And alright, so we got a lot to get through today. The main thing is going to be installing this guy down over there and all of the accoutrements that will connect to it. But first of all, I gotta clean up. It's got a big mess in there. Clean all that jazz up. I got a bunch of other stuff that I need to get cleaned up over here, including these. Need to get those cleaned up. And some of this. I got a box full of goodies here. Yes, that is a valve stem keeper remover. Yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff, but I'm just gonna take a second, kind of clean up. Got myself a nice Bosch 18 volt shot back, eager to try out. Threw battery and tested it. It's a little loud, but not nearly as loud as that shitty Husky one that I have over there. It's like 20 bucks, so gonna give that a shot. Get the car all nice and cleaned out, ready to be hanging out in there doing electrical all day. So, all right, let's do this. All right, so like 4 hours later, finally nice and cleaned up. Got everything organized into projects. Some body work, mud flaps. I do have to do the coolant relocation, but I'm waiting until my innovative track bar comes in to find out if I can utilize a half, or if I can still hold on to my full radiator, or if I have to get a half one, and at which point we'll figure out what I'm going to do with that. But yeah, mud flaps, some lip. These are the rings for on the top right here. After this, I got all the paint stuff set up, painting and polishing. I got some chemical guys, clay luber, and there's a clay bar down in there too. I might get another one just as backup. Got the coolant ready just in case I do the radiator. This is the current body project. There's the electronics inside, we'll get to in a second. After that, I got the brakes. New steel brake lines up front, the new 5/16 master cylinder right there. Plenty of brake fluid and cleaner. Hiding right here, I have the EX knuckles with new axle nuts. I still can't get these guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and order just a pull hammer to get them out. I got one of the Moog lower control arm front ones up front, sitting right here. I got the two ball joints. I opened them up. They are actually Moog. Who knew? I've had problems with that in the past, getting off-brand parts. All right, so a bunch of stuff coming up after that. I got the oil filter, the head bolts, should I need them. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to return those. Valve cover gasket and gasket maker for said valve cover. Valve spring lashings. Oil coming up, changing the oil because it's getting summertime, so I'm going to thin it up a bit. So I got oil, bunch of junk, bunch of brake stuff. Still got brake pads, calipers coming, and new rotors for the big boys. Got the Willwoods coming for those guys. Yeah, and on top of that, I got the electronics. Right here, I got a radio I'm gonna put in. My speakers finally blew in the doors. Somehow I only listen to talk radio, so I got a bunch. I got some 6x8s with the holes punched in here around. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to Dremel. Super easy. Just Dremel out the oval. You can see it's oval. And then I got the round ones for the door, the 5.5s. I got the my antenna, my hidden antenna has been crapping out on me, and that was the $7 Amazon one. So I got like the $25 name brand one, and I also got a power antenna boost for that. This is something old. This is just a heated blanket I'm gonna put in my trunk in case breakdown or something. But yeah, I got some new good electronics. Wiring for the main loom for when I finally do that. Just a bunch of junk. I got a couple more of these guys. I'm up to 3 all day. That's gonna be today's project. I think I only need 2, but I went ahead and got another one just because. Why not? I'm really surprised at the quality on these. Very heavy, very nice. They didn't come in with any mounting hardware, but that's totally fine by me. I gotta figure out what's going on with my front blinker lights. So these are some amber LEDs, because I had a boo-boo with this one. But some of that cloth electrical tape for the main harness. Yes, I got a bunch of stuff lined up, hoping to get it all done this weekend and next. This weekend, this video's project is actually, now that I got the car nice and 18-volt shop vacuumed out. Now that it's all nice and clean, I'm gonna go ahead and pull all of this and get ready for, oh, there's the flashlight. Yeah, I gotta get it ready. There's the horn wiring. Coming down right there. Pull all this back. Got the LED bar lights right there, leads hooked up. So I'm gonna pull all this out from here all the way back. And I figure I'm gonna install my thing right there. This guy is gonna live right here. It doesn't get in the way, it's totally accessible. What I'm gonna do is mark this before I start taking this all out, mark exactly where I want it with my legs in the car and whatnot. And then mark it out with the bracket that it comes with. And yeah, mark that. Get ready to drill some holes for the bracket and pull all this stuff out. So back in a Alright, so got sat down there and then got the bracket all marked. So now I can pull this stuff out of here and yeah, that's time to do the rest of it. Alright, so I got it all tore up. Get it all ready to get going here. Yeah, see where my horn is just power and trigger. So that goes back here. So it'll be super easy to find and wire that just to those wires which I have going into the glove compartment. So yeah, alright. Got some holes drilled right here for the bracket, and I found, digging through my stuff, I found some fancy little Allen wrenches and some locking and some washers. So those will be perfect, so I'm gonna go ahead and install that. Alright, it's on there. Man, this thing is just messy, dirty. So it's on there. Yeah. That works, right? Looks good. I think that looks good. So next we're gonna clip this guy on and see what it looks like. Alright, it's on there. Now I can move that up and down as I want. I just put it so that it'd be flush with this guy. If you think about the wires sitting there and then getting tucked up under, kind of in this orientation, but not in this fashion. Have a lot more. Once I get all the wires on there and everything, I'll wrap these really nicely in cord wrap. And yeah, and this guy hanging out there, it's coming along. Just gotta switch out this boot and clean this guy off. See what's up. Alright, it is on there. Got the new shift boot in there. Got it all nice and cleaned up. Looks a little bulky and strange, I'm sure, but you know, it's not even close to being the final thing. So, alright. I hope that's not as showing up really red. That's a really dark burgundy. I don't know why it always shows up so bright red, but because it's like the same color as this. Whatever. So yeah, got that guy on there cleaned up, got this guy cleaned up. Now it's literally just getting down to the wiring. Alright, so I got the 2 powers hooked up, going over here to this guy. Maybe now you can kind of understand what I'm kind of getting at as far as wiring. And this will go up into the under dash area. Yeah. Alright, let me keep working on this here. Alright, so lastly here, I got the ground. That's just to ground the casing, the box. So I made a really long wire for this one, mainly because I didn't want to chop it up until I knew how much I had to use and how much I didn't. So I'm probably going to end up cutting it somewhere around here. I'm going to use one of the other ones of these guys to do a bunch of grounds. But like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to need it, so I just left it in case I need. Because I know if I cut it, I'd need, you know, I wouldn't need the last 3 inches, and I'd go to use the other half of it, and I need 3 inches, so, because that's just the way it works. Alright, so I got the 2 powers sent up and out. I might be switching this to, I might be using 2 of the powers, I might decide to go always on and keyed on and split these two casings. In fact, I think I am going to do that. It just seems to make a lot of sense, because then I can have these 3 over here be like for camera, fog lights or something. Shit that's always I'm only gonna use when I'm actually in the car, and then on the other side I'm gonna put stuff that's always gonna might always need power, like when I don't have the keys in it, like fog lights and camera. I don't know. Alright, so I've been out here for like 7.5 hours today. 7 hours, I don't even know. It's like 5 o'clock. I got down here like 9:30. But I got a lot organized and cleaned up and put away, cleaned up. So now I get to make a whole new mess. I'm set up really good to start going tomorrow. Should be, you know, in 30 seconds on this video. But for me tonight, I'm hungry and I'm gonna go get something to eat, because my donuts are almost gone. My coffee's gone. I have a little bit left, but it's cold. So, alright. See you in about 3 seconds. Alright, next morning. 8:15 out here, bright and early. Jared's burping. So, I slept on it and I decided that everything's gonna be keyed on. I don't need always on power. I went through and made this little list here. Not specifically, but just kind of an idea. Dash cam, that I am gonna, it's just keyed on power. It'll always be on. The rear power converter, the LED floor lights, the LED fog lights, the horn, all that stuff. I have empty spaces here. What I'm gonna do is run the diagnostic, so I don't have to do the paperclip trick to get the codes out of the thing. I'll just be able to flip the switch. And I'm not sure if I want to use the other one for anything yet. We'll see. You know, who knows? So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and run all these extensions and then figure out what I want to hook what up to. But for right now, I'm just gonna start running extensions. Get going, you know. All right, I got a whole bunch of long. I guess some of them are longer than others, but they're all color corresponding and gauge corresponding. I didn't have any purple, and I heard that red and blue is the new purple, so that's what I'm going with for that. But other than that, I got blue, green, yellow, brown. So I'm gonna go ahead, now that I got them all picked out of my wire bin, go ahead and chop them down, solder them on, extend these runs, see where they're gonna go. All right, got them all run. All my extensions are now nice and soldered, shrink wrapped, and yeah, I think it's break time. I still have 4 donuts over here that I just remembered like 2 seconds ago, so I'm gonna have to get into one of those at least one. And then we'll come back here, get this guy sat in here and try and figure out which accessories I want to run to which one, and get doing that. So I decided to put the dash cam right into the cigarette lighter power so that it wouldn't be switched. It's not going to be on this switch. There's no point in having a switch on it. I just want it on all the time whenever the car is on, without even having to worry about whether or not the switch is on. I don't really want to look down and see a red LED all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over directly on the thing. So that leaves me with 4 out of the 6 off the top of my head that I can think of. But we'll have to see as far as what I'm going to do for the other 2. I think I have some accessories that I'm forgetting somewhere in here. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap these up nicely in my cord wrap stuff and get these tucked under here. And be back. Alright, got these guys separated, zip tied all down. Some of these are really long. I didn't want to cut them because I don't know. Some of them I'm going to need to run farther than the other ones. Obviously, I'm not going to need to run one to the car behind me. So, which is this black one here is super long. So yeah, I'm going to end up tucking these guys up under here. coming up through here, they're probably all gonna get very, very, very much shortened, but I didn't go any farther past on the casing there than the 2 powers. So yeah, all right, get it thrown in there, huh? All right, so this dude's sitting in here, got everything routed in, ready to go. Now I need to figure out where I'm gonna put one for the ground, and where I'm gonna put one for the power, or power over there, or maybe just put both of them down on the ground, down up in here. I do have quite a bit of space. Could run them right here. So I know I have, this is here to keep this from coming down because it has a lot of room back there to work with. So yeah, I'm gonna just figure out where I'm gonna put those. Alright, so got the power installed, the battery, to the battery, and then to the engine bay. And then coming down I have the LED and the horn powered. And now I have the power running over the switch to the horn. The ground, what I did was I found another, I saw this was up here. So I found another one of these in my wire bucket, which was awesome. Made a 2-way going to the horn, which has the green stripe, and the black, which is the LED fog lights. Yeah, so now I have this power coming over here. From the battery I have the horn switch and the ground, this one right here, coming over. So next I'm gonna clean this up over here, and hopefully get my carpet flipped back down to the point, or get to the point where I got my carpet flipped back down, and then I can start getting into the center console over here. But it is cold and it is rainy. It's not a very nice day. I'm kind of freezing my butt off in this garage here, so trucking right along, going real slow, taking lots of breaks, lots of coffee breaks. So all right, got a lot done. It is now 1:40. I think the last time I made a video was probably around quarter to noon. Yeah, all right, so let's see where we're at. So I've got power there, yada yada, ground, yada yada. Then I ran the horn and the power over here. Just split the other ground over here, which brings us to this mad boy right here. Give a quick zoom. So I got all the grounds running out of just the one here. That red's not a real wire. That's not a real wire. It is, but we'll get to that. So power here, I got power going to the horn, and the main power coming from over there. That's this guy, and the power to the horn. I used a little 10 amp. It came with it, so I figured that's what I'm supposed to use. So I got the power here going to the main box, or the main switch case right here. Grounding, or this brown wire right here, is my diagnostic, which light is always on, so I'm gonna have to have a piece of tape for that. But if you see, boom, there's my check engine light, not blinking. Of course, it still has to be in the on position. If I turn it off, it doesn't work. Yeah, so next on the list, I haven't put anything on the second, third, or so I don't think I have. The brown, yeah, the brown is diagnostic. After that, I did the orange. I did not use the orange yet. I didn't use the yellow or the green. I did use the blue for the LED floor lights, which are currently on. I don't have them tucked up or anything like that, but they're on. That's just white. And then last but not least is LED bar lights. So, booyah. Floor lighting, bar lights. So I guess all I have to do now is finish hooking up. Well, I've got this, actually, I think I might be sitting on it. Yes, I am. Power converter, just a little USB thing. I'm just gonna cut this guy cut it, and then run a cable to that. Probably extend it. I want it to be back here under the seat. I think that'll be fine. So it'll just sit under the seat back there like that, and then I'll run, extend a couple cables up to the ground and into whatever color I feel like using for the switch bar right there. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how well I'm doing, honestly. Like I said, it's only like 140. I got some interesting stuff coming from Amazon. Hammer pulling shut up. A hub pulling hammer, gravity slide hammer thing coming from Amazon. So that'll be here soon. I might take a break, but I really want to get done with electricity today. I wanted to try and figure out what's holding me up on the power mirror adjustments in there. I cut something down there. I gotta figure out what it is. Maybe not today. It might be a headache. Kind of also wanted to figure out the wiring for the fuel relay cutoff. I think I'm gonna hold off on that because I really want to get to installing those speakers today, but I still have to cut because one of them is a 6x8 oval, and since these guys are round, I'm gonna have to Dremel a little bit. Nothing crazy, but you know, a couple minutes worth of Dremel and get it done. But yeah, all right, button up. All right, got the let's see, let's turn this guy on. Boom, power. Sweet. And then this switch should turn on. Yeah, blue. Let's turn it off. I don't know why you can see that, but it's working. All right, so yellow is the auxiliary 3-pack of these guys. See how I wired that? Ground, and then yellow. The power supply DC converter is the orange, and the ground is green. Coming all the way back though, the orange would be the power, which is the cord that has, for my own reference, the cord that has texture side to it. The cord that has no texture side to it is the ground. And that's that. Oh, so after all this said and done, I have diagnostics on A. I got the rear converter down there on B. I got the 3-way cigarette adapter on C. Green is yet to be determined. Floor lights, those 4 are on E. F, I have the fog lights. Yeah. Hoofda. And I also have them color coded here so I can remember. Diagnostics A, brown, orange, B, C, yellow, etc., etc. And then key on power is going to be the antenna and the camera, which I'm going to do right now, so that way I can get this guy all buttoned up, get it so it doesn't look like this. All right, finally got the antenna wired in here, going into the stereos, power on. I checked it with my trusty light checker to find out which one was the power on, the key on power. And then the ground here, I'm going to wrap this guy up. Not too worried about it. It's grounds, you know, whatever. So yeah, so it should be the stereo, the camera, the antenna, which I'll be plugging in shortly. That should all be good to go. And then all my other switches and doodads are all done, so now it's just a matter of zip tying, cleaning up, and actually cleaning up, and not just doing a couple more wires. It's been interesting sitting here soldering for like 6 hours, but on the other hand, while I was here, my Made in America Voodoo lower control arms rear came. Extremely light, extremely excited about these bad boys. As part of the suspension, it's all next week's crap. Wheels, tires, junk like that. So, all right, Anyways, back to cleaning this guy up. Oh yeah! Ow, 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 ow. Where was I? Oh yeah. Alright. It's all back together. You can see what I'm talking about as far as my little light. I gotta glue this guy back up here. No big deal. Now I got my 3 auxiliary wired up. Got my guy back here wired up. I know you can't see that, I'm sorry. Oh, it's all back together. I screwed this thing crooked. I'm gonna leave it like that until it drives me nuts, which will probably be tomorrow. It might even be 2 minutes from now, I don't know. But yeah, pretty much all back together. That was a bit of a nightmare. I'm glad I did it. Yeah, it's fucking sweet. Super excited. I don't know if you can see my fog lights. Now I gotta do cutout. I gotta cut out the slots down underneath down here for them, so that they can shine out. But yeah, as far as that goes, man, whew, glad I'm done with that. Now I just gotta finish cleaning up a little bit, putting away all my tools and whatnot, and getting shimmied back up. I also got some beaded seat covers. I finally pulled the trigger on. I've had them in my cart for like 2 years. I absolutely loved them like 10 years ago, so gonna do all that jazz. So here we go. Oh yeah. Looking good with them beaded seat covers. Might pull out these tan pads. I don't know. We'll see. Not sure how much I like them. Oh, oofda. Man, it feels good. These beaded seat cushions are comfortable as nothing else. Numbers business. It's Bondo, in case you're wondering. Yeah. Feels good. Feels good. Get it all tucked away. Finally put back the way it should be. Way it ought to be. I gotta get some different Velcro for this, dude. I keep trying to use this big chunky stuff, but doesn't like to stick. Stuff you get at this corner store. But I like this dash mat, man. It looks good. Feels good. I just need some more Velcro to make it a little more tighter where it needs to be. It didn't come with a whole lot, but you can see how it looks just kind of resting down here with hardly any Velcro. I need to get some more nice thin strips of Velcro, but yeah, everything's back on. It's all working. Lights are working. That guy down there is working. See that light? Boom. Diagnostics working. And then that. I keep forgetting what that does. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. It's gonna take me a bit to remember. I got 5 switches, one of them, or 6 switches, one of them isn't functioning. I think it's the green. I know it's the green, I just don't know. Anyways, got this guy back on there. I think I'm gonna get a new one. Only one of the bolts still slides on there. I've had this guy for a bit. Probably still rocking, but I feel like it's time for a change. Maybe something wood and leather. But alright, I think that pretty much wraps up this video. Got a little bit of a bearing. My thing came, my slide hammer. So I'll be doing that soon. But God, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna throw these speakers in today or not. Maybe the front ones. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take it easy. It's been a long, cold day. It's already 5 o'clock. Been out here since 7, well 8. Yeah, I think I'm gonna clean up and call it. Make sure I'm good to go to work first thing. Alright. Yeah. On that note.